On Sunday morning, February 2nd. Sunday morning, February 2nd. What's up with y'all, man? Sunday, February 2nd. We go live on my Instagram at the same time. Make sure y'all follow me on my Instagram too. What's up with y'all, man? My first cup of coffee. I didn't drink a cup this morning at home. I didn't drink a cup this morning at home. I just waited. I was in such a good space. Dramatically winning. What's up? Rico, Limbo, what up? GX, VZ, Jericho. Yeah, so I didn't. This is my first cup of coffee of the day. Shout out to everybody on my Instagram. Peace, Daniel. What up? I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Instagram, so y'all make sure y'all follow both of them. The podcast was sold on both platforms. I'm getting ready to restart my Spotify. I was talking to Ian. He was telling me I put in the information last night to get my Spotify account back going, so I'm gonna be uploading to Spotify. Sagi Aziz, what up? How many of y'all on Spotify? So, and that one to be also the podcast was sold. So everything about me, is the podcast was sold, man. So if y'all on the Instagram want to come over to the discussion on YouTube, come on over, man. The topic today is stay away from the people. I don't care who it is, because nothing is beneficial about their frame of thinking. Stay away from people whose best strategy in life is to blame somebody else for their underperformance in life. Stay away from them people. The minute they start conversating about that, man, get up out of there, man. Tim Relaford, what's up? If a person, and you know how I know, man, that they don't got nothing to offer? Because I used to be them. I used to be them. I used to be that guy that blamed everybody and everything for my life. FBA Kush Boy, what up? You hungry? Don't come on here with that stupid ass shit, man. I'll block you, kid. Don't do that. This ain't the place for that. Go over there. Carlos Ortiz, what up? I used to be them. I used to blame everybody and everything for the way my life was turning out and had turned out without ever even considering the part that I played in the way that my life was, man. I used to be that guy. So anybody that's doing that, stay away from them, man. Because when you can't look at yourself, and honestly tell yourself, nah, man, I'm fucking this up. I did that wrong. I made a bad decision over there. I didn't do that right. I did that wrong. When you can't, if you're not capable of doing that, you are not in no position to help yourself or help your life. You got some people, man, that's the best that they could do. That the best strategy they can come up with, man, is to blame somebody else, man. That's their whole conversation. And if you are a mover and a shaker, and if you are a go-getter, if you are a go-getter like me, you a mover and a shaker, you're a builder, you somebody, you believe in yourself, and you believe in what you're doing, and you believe that you capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do. You capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do. You got to stay away from them people. And I don't care who it is. And a lot of times it's your family. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your sister, your mother, your brother, your father. Whoever it is, man. Stay away from them. You know, and time is wasting. Time is slowly wasted, right? And these people are gonna go through, well, hopefully they may wake up at some point. They might. Yo, everybody on my Instagram, go live on my YouTube. I'm finna shut the Instagram down. Come over to the YouTube. Podcast was sold on YouTube. We could do question and answer over there. They're gonna go through their whole life and look up, and time will be done pass them by, and they ain't gonna be done accomplish nothing. Maybe one day they may wake up, but for the time being, man, don't hang around people like that, man. Don't hang around people like that. You know. And you know, for me, man, to see men do it, it's like the most, you know, because a man is supposed to be a creature, an individual that can go out and make his life what he wants it to be, right? He can go out and affect his destiny. He can go out and build his life. Everybody on Instagram, go over to my YouTube, man. The podcast was sold on YouTube. I'm live over there too. You know, a man is supposed to be somebody that can go out and build his life and make his life what he wants it to be, you know, and be a man. and you hear dudes, I listen to dudes, man, and it's some dudes in the social media space, man. All these niggas do is cry. All they do is cry about what another man done did, or what's been done to them, and what's been done to, you know, there's no benefit in that. What benefit is it into crying, man? What benefit is it do I get out of blaming somebody else for my life when I have all the opportunity in the world to go out here and build my life? You know, stay away from people like that, man. Because if you like them, if you feel the way they feel, then you're gonna be all right hanging around them because you that way. But if you don't agree with them, you're not gonna be comfortable at all hanging out with them. Like a person can't come and hang around me and just be crying and blaming somebody else. I don't live that way, you know, and I don't teach my son to live that way. We sit down and we talk about the part that we play in the way things turned out. You know, I talked to him yesterday about the wrestling match. He lost 2 matches and he won 1 match yesterday. He went 1-2. Last week he went 1-4. So immediately when we come home, you know, I don't let him, you know, we don't carry on with our day until we analyze what happened, right? Why didn't he get the results? Because why didn't he get the results that he wanted? Because he gets upset when he loses. He gets upset when he gets beat. And that's a natural reaction. That's normal. And I tell him, yo, that's normal. I hated to lose too. I hate to lose now. And then his whole countenance, his whole demeanor, his whole energy, his whole vibration shuts down. And then I sit him down, me and him sit down at the kitchen table, and I say, well, let's talk about what were your thoughts, right, on the drive to the match? What were your thoughts when you walked in the building and you know, where the tournament was? What were your thoughts while you were stretching, getting ready for your match? You know, what were your thoughts when you stepped onto the match, onto the mat? I said match. And we go through this, man. And he knows me by now. And see, with wrestling, there's nobody to blame. There's nobody to blame because it's one-on-one. It's you versus the other person. And, you know, he'll tell me, he said, Dad, I'm thinking about what everybody watching is thinking about me if I lose or if I'm good. And I says, has that strategy been working? He says, no. You know, and then I say, well, listen, what should you have been thinking about? And, you know, we get around to it and he realized, I says, I tell you all the time, you know, when we walk in the building, all you're thinking about is what I'm going to do when the referee blows the whistle. Am I going to go on the offensive and shoot and try to get a takedown? Or if he tries to shoot and get a takedown, I'm going to sprawl, spin to the back, get me some back points. You know, what is it that you're going to do? And I say, are those the thoughts that's on the forefront of your mind? He says, no. He says, I'm worried about what other people are thinking about me on the mat. And I said, well, what kind of results has that got you? He says, bad, you know. But I get it. He's 14, right? And I was right there at 14. I was the same way. And I always bring it back to him that the results that he gets is a result of his lack of preparation or his material preparation. Whether you prepare or whether you don't prepare, you're going to get some results. And whatever those results be, whatever those results may be, your lack of preparation determine that, or your thorough preparation determine that. It's on me. It's on me. My life is on me. My life is on me. And he's gonna get it. You know, he's gonna get it. You know, and I tell him the same thing when he pitches at the baseball. I said, Sean, what's the first pitch? The night before we go play. Bonanza Gray, what up? Thanks for your channel membership. Eddie Baby, what's up, man? You know, the night before he goes to pitch, you know, he's fucking around doing this, you know, and I tell him, you know, have you thought about what first three pitches you're going to throw to the first batter, to the first three hitters, the number one, the number two, the number three hitter? Because these are the best hitters on the team. Have you thought about how you're going to approach them? You're going to throw them a curve first, you're going to throw them a slider to get over, or you're going to throw them a fastball? You know, preparation, right, is everything. And, you know, we working on that. We working on that, man. But one thing I don't allow him to do, the one thing I don't allow myself to do is blame somebody else for my life, you know. And you got a lot of my people, and when I say my people, excuse me, I'm talking about the foundation of Black Americans, because not all black people are my people. We all got different histories, different experiences, different cultures, different ways of living, different customs, different ideologies, different upbringings. So all black people are not the same. My people, foundational Black American, the nigga from America, the one that's born and raised here, that can trace his history back to slavery here on this continent. Yeah, I know you was a slave in the Dominican Republic. I know you could trace your history back to slavery in Haiti or Jamaica or Cuba or Guyana or Brazil. Yeah, but that was over there. Just because your culture was enslaved over there, and we were enslaved here, don't make us the same. We from different places. But getting on my people, some niggas, foundational Black Americans, all they can do, the only strategy they got is to blame the white man. And a lot of them spend their entire life in bitterness, in regret, and living in the past, and blaming the white man, the government, for the way their life turned out or is turning out. Even though they didn't experience none of the atrocities of real chattel slavery of the 19th century, of the 18th century, of the 16th century. How can I'm born 1969. I was afforded every opportunity by my mother. I never picked cotton. I never rode on the back of the bus. I never got sprayed with water hoses. I never, had to plow mules. I never wasn't allowed to go to school. I had every opportunity that every white kid in America had. So how can I, in my right mind, fix my mouth to say that my life ain't turned out because of what uh, America did to niggas 219 years ago? And I used to do that. I used to do that. When I was in the middle of my drug addiction, I blamed everybody for my drug addiction and my alcoholism. I blamed everybody but myself. And as long as I did that, I stayed bound. I stayed getting high. I stayed destroying myself. As long as I stayed in the perpetual mentality that it was Ronald Reagan's fault, it was Margaret Thatcher's fault, it was my mother's fault, it was my father's fault, it was the white man's fault, I stayed getting high. But the minute I woke up one day and said, Sean, what are you doing? I said, what are you doing? You doing this to yourself. And when I changed that perspective, I got clean. And I never got high again. And from that day going forward, I learned that to blame myself for everything. To blame myself for everything. I'm a man, I'm a free will, I'm a free spirit. I do what I want. Right? I could choose to say yes, I could choose to say no, and I live in America. Niggas talk all that shit, oh, America racist and this and that. So leave. You ain't left. You ain't packed no bags and booked no one-way flight nowhere, because you ain't going nowhere. You just running your mouth. Some of y'all foundational Black Americans, if your argument is that we living in a white man's country, right? That's your argument, and that's true. But some of y'all, if the foundational Black American was able to have his own land, his own sovereign land, his own government, his own polity, a self-autonomous political structure, his own military, his own currency, his own religion, his own ideology, his own land, his own agricultural complex, his own military industrial complex, his own financial complex, his own central bank. If the foundation of Black America was able to have all that and we all went together, and there was no interference from no white man, no Latino, no Asian, nobody. It was just us, homogeneous throughout. Some of y'all still wouldn't be shit. Some of y'all still wouldn't be good. You just mediocre human beings. Some of y'all would still be standing in front of the corner store begging for change. Some of y'all will still be at the gas station with the squeegee saying, can I clean your windows for $1? Some of y'all still be shooting dope, smoking weed, drinking, playing video games, watching porn, masturbating 3 times in the daytime. Some of y'all will still be on government assistance if we had it. Some of y'all just ain't no good. You not good at life. You not good at life. The same way that you got a lot of white women and white boys living in a white man's planet, white man's world. Y'all run everything, you control everything. Your white skin gets you in the door faster than it gets anybody else in the door. You got white privilege, I think they call it. And y'all can't do nothing. Y'all can't make it in that type of situation. So it don't matter. It don't matter. And then y'all are blame niggas for your problem, or the Latino, or the migrant, or the Asian. Everybody got somebody to blame, but they won't blame themselves. They won't blame themselves. You see, I'm an excuse killer. I'm an excuse killer. Y'all can't fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? Here I am. I'm the nigga, the real one, the foundational Black American one. I ain't Jamaican, I ain't Haitian. I'm not a migrant from Africa. I'm not Dominican. I didn't come here and adopt the foundational Black American culture. A lot of y'all came here and adopted our culture, our heritage, and you mimicked us, and you copied us, and you think just because of your black skin that makes you us, but it don't. But anyway, here I am. I'm the nigga, the real one. My bloodline go back to South Carolina and Georgia, to slaves, real slaves, all the way back to the native Cherokee, the Native American Cherokee in North Carolina. We traced ours all the way back there. That's why my nose is pointy. Here I am, foundational Black American male, the most hated, despised individual on the planet, descendant of the slaves, recovering drug addict, recovering alcoholic, convicted felon. Just on my skin tone alone, I'm discriminated against on that fact alone. But I overlook all of that, and I'm out successing everybody on the planet. I'm out successing people. I got a felony conviction. I can't get a civil service job. I can't get a job at the post office, UPS, FedEx, police officer, fireman. I can't work for a bank, financial institution. And I did all this to myself now. I did all this to myself now. I did this to me now. I did this to me. I dealt myself these cards. I built myself this puzzle that I couldn't put together at one point, that I'm now putting together. And I'm out successing all of y'all, and I'm 55. And I lost $1 million at the age of 45 and went to prison, got out at 47 and came out dead broke, and I'm out successing the majority of the people on the planet. Y'all still begging for welfare, still blaming the white man. You can hang with me. I don't even want you around me. Niggas that blame the white man for their life and the white man, this, the president, this, the election, that, man, shut up, man. Man, shut up. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. What happened on the first Tuesday in November ain't had nothing to do with the way your life is now. Your life was fucked up before the first Tuesday in November. And if the Indian girl would have won, the girl from India, because she wasn't black, she tried to be foundational Black American. She ain't black. She from India. She ain't no foundational Black American. They say her father was from Jamaica, but that ain't foundational Black American. And I think he was an Indian that just happened to be living in Jamaica. Her mother's side, they from India. She was trying to be us, but she couldn't be. But even if she wouldn't have won, you still would be smoking weed, jerking off 3 times in the daytime, watching porn, playing video games, smoking weed, blaming her for something. You still wouldn't be no good. You still would be underperforming. So to me, it don't matter to me who wins on the first Tuesday in November every 4 years. To me, it has no bearing on me, because I'm a winner. You understand? And as long as they don't come try to grab me or, you know, chain me up and throw me, you know what I'm saying, for nothing, we gonna be all right. I'm gonna make it. Some of y'all just weak. Some of y'all just weak. You weak. Like how I used to be. I used to be weak. I was a weak person. My mother, I was raised by a single mother. I couldn't do nothing but be weak. That was the only way I could turn out. No father figure at all. I was raised by a single mother who worked 16 hours a day, so I was alone most of the time. Hey Devin, I want to thank you for that $2, man. That bought my coffee, man. Thank you, sir. I couldn't do nothing but be weak and be attracted to the cool kids in school that smoke weed and smoke cigarettes and smoked dust and tripped off of mescaline and tripped off of acid and drank beer. I was attracted to that. They was cool. They represented masculinity to me. And that was the direction that I went. Damn near killed me. Almost killed me. I need everybody in the live, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, then leave. Then leave. But if you're gonna stay here and watch this video, then give the video a thumbs up. I was a weak. I quit things easily. I didn't see things through. I had no mental stamina. I had no mental endurance. I wanted things easy. My mother moved all obstacles out the way. I get in trouble in the street, she pay for the lawyer. I get locked up, she come bail me out. I gotta go to drug rehab, she paid. I go to college, she paid. I get a new car, she buy it. She pay the car insurance. I was weak, man. Cold-blooded, weak. Jay Dallas like what I'm saying. Jay Dallas like what I'm saying. I was chunk. I was weak. And that's why I turned to drug addiction, and I had no idea that I was gonna get into drugs to the extent that I did. But the weed opened up the pathway for me to go. The weed led into cocaine, right? The weed led into cocaine. The cocaine led into crack. Then after that, the wheels came off. Dropped out of college, couldn't keep a job. Blaming the white man for my addiction. My mother didn't teach me to use drugs. I chose that. But then I got clean. Glenview, what up? I got clean at the age of 21. I was 21 years old. I started getting high when I was 12. 12. I told you my mother worked 16 hours a day. She was a nurse. She worked in the medical field. First, she was a nurse's aide. No. Y'all want me to take y'all back to the beginning? First of all, she was born in 1943 in Georgia, Lincolnton, Georgia. In Lincolnton, Georgia, and she picked cotton as a little girl. She picked cotton for 75 cents a day as a little girl. 200 pounds a day. That's my mother. This is my real life. Goddamn Fallout Memphis. United Kingdom. See, y'all like when I get real. Y'all like that truth. United Kingdom in the building. Gave me €2. Thank you, sir. She picked 200 pounds of cotton a day. This is my real life. Over there in the UK, where you at, Fallout Memphis, y'all read about it in the social studies books and the history books. The slaves, the niggas in America picked cotton. That's real. My mother did it for real. She told me. 200 pounds a day, and when they would take the cotton, they would pick the cotton, and then when they would take it out to the white man to get it weighed so they can get paid, they would throw water on the cotton so it could weigh more, so they can get more money. And on my father's side, they told me the same story. They was picking cotton in South Carolina. Potatoes, peas, corn, plowing mules, all that. Melba Floyd done gave a nigga a dime. Sean G, I'm walking through shifting my motherhood with my 28-year-old son. I wish I had this guidance to rearing a foundational black man when he was younger. Please continue to share, brother. Melba Floyd, thank you. And you might need to do a one-on-one. Me and you might need to do a one-on-one mentorship with me, you, and your son, all three of us. If you're interested in doing something with me, talking to him or talking to you, and I love you, Melba. But you need at 28, you need the goddamn snip. Melba, look at the scissors. Snip, and let him fall where he fall. Let him figure it out. But we can talk about that offline. My email is thepodcastwithsoul@gmail.com. If you email me your number, I'll call you later on today. CC gave a nigga a dime. My father and them picked cotton in South Carolina. They would pick 200-300 pounds a day, and when they would take the cotton out to the white man the way to get paid, they would throw dirt in the bag. So in South Carolina, they was throwing dirt in the bag, and in Georgia, they was putting water on the cotton so it could weigh more so they can get more money. So my mother come from that. She went to segregated schools. Niggas went to school over there. White folks went to school over there. Foundational black Americans, right? Because this is in Georgia. Ain't no Jamaicans, ain't no Haitians, ain't no Dominicans, ain't no Cubans, ain't no Brazilian blacks, ain't no blacks from the UK, ain't no Africans. These is the niggas. And I told you on my mother's side, we traced our ancestry back to the native Cherokee in South Carolina. So she grows up, 9 brothers and sisters. 9 brothers and sisters. On my father's side, it was like 10 of them, 11 of them. And I think on my mother's side, I think it was 9, but other kids was living. It's like 11, 13 of them. Check me out. Check me out. And y'all got excuses. Fuck out of here, man. No electricity, no TV, no cell phone, no computer, no nothing. Kerosene lamps. And I remember she used to always tell me, you got to make hay while the sun shine. You got to make hay while the sun shine. That's how she talked. She was from down south. And what she meant was, there was no electricity, there was no light, there was no lamp to turn on. So as long as the sun was shining, you worked. You made hay, you baled your hay, you picked your tomatoes, you picked your collard greens, you cooked your food, you went and got the eggs out the chicken coop, and they ate all organic. Goddamn C. Jones done gave a nigga $2. He liked what I'm saying too. We had pigs, we had hog, we had a hog pen. That good pork, that low glycemic index pork, that good pork. Cows, all that, goats, I remember going down there. So when the sun went down and it got dark, you couldn't do nothing until the sun came up the next morning at 5 o'clock when the rooster crowed. When I used to go down south, when I was in the 70s, this was in the 70s, y'all wasn't even born yet. See what I'm saying? I was born in 1969. 1969 better than your year. What year you was born? Yeah, 1969 better than that. I used to go down south in the summertime in the 70s, and the rooster used to live under the house. And every morning, not one sun Not one sunrise got past him. He was always on his job. The rooster don't call in sick. The rooster don't go to the dental, don't got no dental plan. He ain't got no health care. He don't go on vacation. The rooster don't call in sick. Every morning when that sun come up, that nigga go, and what that meant is you get up. You get up and you go to work. And my mother now and my father now, they didn't go to school. They didn't go to school until November, December when it got cold. They didn't go to school in September because it was still hot. You had to work the field. You didn't go to school in October because it was still hot. You had to work the field. You went to school in December, January, and February. You went to school 3 months out of the year. That was all the education you got. And you went to separate schools. And then when March came around and the weather broke, it wasn't no more school. You went to the field. Check me out. And you niggas complain. That's why I don't like y'all. That's why I don't like y'all. And why I be by myself. So my mother, she graduates high school. She graduates high school. And she was in love with some nigga, some man, and I guess she followed him up here or whatever. See, a lot of the blacks from Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, right? A lot of them came to Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, Boston. The ones from Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, it's like they went straight up and went to Detroit to work on the auto industry. And the ones from Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and them, they went out west to California. But the foundational black Americans from the 60s didn't want to work the fields no more. They did that in the 40s, 50s. So they all went north. So she came up here and she was working. She got a job in a rubber factory. They was making tires. She got a job in a rubber factory making tires, straight out of Georgia. I think she said she was making something like 90 cents an hour. She was making like 90 cents an hour. Then she left that. And she went and became a nurse's aide. She became a nurse's aide. And her two girlfriends, she had two girlfriends. One of her girlfriends' name was Mary Barr and Gwen Sharp. Georgia Gumby, Gwen Sharp, and Mary Barr. All three of them was good friends. And they used to hang out and drink and go out and party. They say, "Ow, we finna go finger popping." You know, finger popping, that means dancing. Ow, we finna go finger popping. And they go hang out, and they all worked at this place right over here on Hazel Street in Clifton, New Jersey. They was all nurses' aides. And her friend Mary Barr, this is in the 70s now, 60s or 70s. This is in the late 60s, early 70s. Goddamn Cool Kid 523. Look at one of my channel members, man. Look at one of my channel members. He got the green logo because he's a channel member. Thank you, Cool Kid 523. If you want to join the channel membership, hit that link underneath here. Hit that button that say join. It's $10 a month. A lot of content over there. So her friend, y'all want to hear the rest of the story? Yes or no? If you don't want to hear the rest of the story, if you want to hear the rest of the story, put a 5 in the live chat. If you don't want to hear the rest of the story, put a 7 in the live chat. Let me know. Because I'm up here talking, y'all ain't even paying attention. Good, you don't want to hear the rest? We're going to get you up out of here, number 7. You ain't got to be here no more. All right, here go another stupid boy. We're going to get him up out of here. He put a 6. Get you up out of here. So everybody hit that like button. Let's put the thumbs up on 100. So her friend, I'm gonna tell y'all the rest of the story. So her friend Mary Barr, while she was a nurse's aide, went over to Passaic County Community College in Paterson, New Jersey, and applied for the nursing program. And when Mary Barr applied for the nursing program, the telephone number she put down for the school to contact her was the job phone where her, my mother, and Gwen worked. So the lady from the school called Mary Barr. The phone rang. My mother answered the phone. The nursing school called the job where they worked. My mother answered the phone, said, hello? The lady said, this is so-and-so from Passaic County Community College nursing program. Can I speak to Mary Barr? We have a spot for her in the nursing program. And my mother told me this story. She said, okay, hold on a second. She said, hey, Mary, the phone is for you. It's the lady from the nursing program at Passaic County Community College. She want to know if you want to come down there and start school. And my mother told me, Mary Barr told her, say, tell that lady to kiss my ass. And my mother heard Mary tell her that, and she said, excuse me, this is my mother. Yeah, she said she don't want to go, but I'll go. I'll come. And the lady at the nursing school said, okay, come down here this Tuesday and you could start in the nursing program. And my mother went. And she went from being a nurse's aide. I think they was making $1.15 an hour. $1.15. She went from being a nurse's aide, then she went and got her LPN. And then from the LPN, she went and got her, she got the 2-year degree from the community college in the nursing program. She got an AA, and that made her eligible to sit for the state boards. And she passed the state board in 1980 and became a registered nurse. And right, that's the story. And she took care of me on that. Or damn near killed me, spoiling me to death. Right? So we're talking about the 1970s, the 1960s, the 1950s, the 1940s. What's your excuse, nigga? And these are women I'm talking about. And you a man. Check me out. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't say things to make you happy. I don't say things so you can say, ooh, I like some. I don't do that. I don't like you. I tell the truth. I speak from my heart, from my soul. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Because this is the podcast with soul. Hold up. Let me get some coffee. Let me get some coffee. See what I'm saying? And that's where I come from. That's the bloodline I come from. And yep. 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 That's a real story. That's a true story. That's a true story. That's a true story. I ain't gotta lie to you because I don't even like you. I'm talking to all y'all on. I'm talking to all 8 billion of y'all. I don't like you. I just like me. And I love Little Sean. Them the only 2 people in the world I like. I don't like nobody else. And here you got in 2025 opportunities everywhere. Opportunities abound, especially if you ain't got no criminal record. But y'all don't want to work. Y'all say work is corny. That's why your life fucked up the way that it is. See, I'm an excuse killer, man. You can't come to me with no excuses. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it, man. Opportunity everywhere. Ha ha, heard of inflation. See, it's suckers like you one of the weak ones. First of all, you got a fake profile. You hiding behind a tree. Your mind weak, sucker. I'm out successing all of y'all. I'm out successing a whole bunch of people. And I ain't done yet. 55 years old, look like I'm in my 30s. Goddamn, my own business. Work for myself, taking care of my son. Ain't never got no welfare, ain't never got no food stamps. I don't live with my mother. You understand? You don't make shit. Get your fake ass out of here. Get your fake ass out of here. You on here watching me, sucker. Remember that. I don't watch you. You watch me. Get your ass up out of here. It ain't no excuses, man. And if you hanging around anybody like this sucker that's blaming something or someone else because their life ain't no good, stay away from them people, man. Stay away from them people, man. They ain't no good, man. Yeah, I'm in the Burger King because they got good Wi-Fi here and it's got good lighting, chump. You know how I look. You watch me. You got big posters of me in your house. Ask your girl. Your girl told me about you. I saw her the other day. Tell her I said I'm going to call her later. Infinite G, what up? Either you're going to be somebody or you're not. Either you're going to make yourself somebody or you're not. That's it. That's it. And you are going to die, man. You are going to die. And when you die, you ain't coming back. So you can sit around and talk about the white man and talk about inflation and talk about, you know, your mother and the government and November, the first Tuesday in November, and the Democrat, the Republican. You could talk about this and that. Man, your ass is going to die. You're going to get up out of here. That's why Jeter hit you upside the head with the wrench. Man, don't come on here with that stupid ass shit, man. Come on, man. It's the wrong channel for that, man. Don't do that here, man. You gonna die for real. So you better live a life of fulfillment while you here. You better live a life of satisfaction while you here. Everybody do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Let's put it on 100. Every day that goes forward is more sand out of the hourglass for you. Every day your life moves forward, your battery gets weaker. Every day your life moves forward is a subtraction sign to the days you got left. Every day your life moves forward is one step closer to the end. So we all living on borrowed time. We all living on borrowed time. All of us. And it's what you do with it. I hate niggas that blame the white man for their life. I hate that shit. Especially in modern day times. Now, who had a beef? Who had a beef? Like my mother had a beef. Being forced to pick cotton as a little girl. And the generations that go back, The foundational black Americans that lived in the 1700s, the 1800s, the 1600s, the 15, they got a beef. You understand? Or you could make an argument that did they allow themselves to get like that? Why didn't they fight and free themselves, even if it meant death? They got a beef. The ones that spent their whole life picking cotton, the ones that spent their whole life as a slave, but were really mentally brilliant, that were geniuses, that could have been mathematicians and dentists and surgeons, but they were relegated to plowing mules and doing construction, you know what I'm saying, and raising fruits and vegetables. They got a beef. You ain't got no beef. You born in 1982. What beef you got? You born in 1990. Fuck out of here. You born in 2000. You ain't got no beef. Your mind is so weak, you done let somebody influence you into thinking that you got a problem that you really don't have. Oh, Infinite G, you sent me something? What you sent me, Venmo? Infinite G. Shout out to my man Infinite G. $5 on the Venmo tip. $5 on the Venmo tip. You better get busy living to today. You easily distracted. You distract yourself with Instagram all day. You distract yourself with television all day. You distract yourself with music all day. Look at the lyrics in the music you listen to that ingratiates itself and embeds itself in your subconscious mind, so where these lyrics that you hear, you internalize them and you begin to act them out. They become your marching plans. And the dudes that you listening to, the rappers you listening to, are 21 years old, 23 years old, 19, and you 37, and you trying to be like them. You allowing them to influence you with how you live, with visual images on a video. Oh, I got money, showing you money, holding up money in there. They could be young enough to be your sons, but you letting them influence you. Same thing with the girls. Older women in their 30s, 35, 37, 42, 29, influenced by Glorilla and Sexy Red and what they say. And you wonder why you ain't got no man. You wonder why you not relationship material. You wonder why niggas look at you the way they do. Look at what you listen to. That's how you carry yourself. What you allow, the impressions that come into my mind, what I allow to come into my mind becomes a part of me, right? You hear me all the time say, you got to put a helmet on, right? Because what you intake, it becomes you. You become that. Sada Sage, thank you, man. Sada Sage, 25, 1999 ain't no good. Everybody was scared in 1999. They said, oh, when it's 2000, all the computers gonna crash because 1999 ain't no good. 1969 the best. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful who you hang around. Be careful who you talk to. Soon as they start talking weakness, man, get away from them. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter. That shit could become a part of you. If you a 40-year-old dude, 50-year-old dude, and you listening to these young rappers and influenced by what they saying, use a true dummy. Use a true dummy. These little boys young enough to be my sons, man. And I would tell them, say, man, you know what you doing ain't right and exact. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. A lot of them ain't finished school. Come on, man. Be conscious of what you allow to enter your mind. You become what you think about. You become what you think about. Old heads hate the kids they raise. No, I just hate niggas like you with your fake profile after effect. Look at how you raised. You on here with a fake profile. Get your fake ass out of here. Get your fake ass out of here. Old heads hate the kids they raise. Old heads hate the kids they raise. You hiding. You hide from life. You hide from life. You hide from life. Matrix, you know what it is. You hide from life. Authenticity is the highest vibration in the universe, higher than love and fear. Authenticity is the highest vibration in the universe. Authenticity is the closest thing to God that you ever will be. And when you are being your true self, when you are being your true authentic self, you are the truest expression of God. That's right. That's right. Gotta be a winner, man. Jeter on the wrench, man. So if you come in here talking stupid, he gonna bust you upside the head with the wrench, man. I gotta shave my chest. My chest itching, man. But I look good, though. I got that look. I got that look, man. I got that mentality. All of that, man. I made a comeback, man. Park Roberts, what's up, man? 61 years old. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the channel, man. I made a comeback, man. I was fucked up down in the dirt, in the dipsy dumpster, man. Stared death right in the face. That's why I ain't scared of nothing, because I looked death right in the face, man. Death came and knocked on my door. I said, who is it? Said, Death. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, you Sean Gumby? I said, yeah. He said, I just wanted you to see me. I said, yeah, nigga, I see you. We just stared at each other. I told him, I said, get the fuck out of here. I ain't scared of nothing, man. Look at this sucker, Sean. If you ate more protein, you would get more buff. If you didn't have a fake profile, you would get more respect if you wasn't fake. Get your fake ass out of here. I look better than you. You wish you was me. You come on here and watch my channel. You want to be me. I inspire you, nigga. What the hell you want? I don't got to be buff. Your girl like it the way I am right now. She told me. And you know I'm seeing it because you found my sock in your car the other day underneath the seat, and you told her, you said, whose sock is this? She said, that's Sean G sock. She said, oh, okay. You said, okay, give it back to him. I don't want to eat more protein, nigga. I already look good. I'm already money. Don't worry about what I do, worry about what you do. Worry about what you do. You eat more protein. I'm already money. I'm already ripped up. Turtle shell, eyebrows on top of the pecs, sliced and diced on the tricep, bicep, handsome, all that. Pretty teeth, smart, intelligent, brave, courageous, and the honeys. Shut up. Shut up. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Wipe my sweat off my bald head. Wipe my sweat off my bald head. Wipe my sweat off my bald head. Wipe it off. You love me? Yeah, I know you do. And it's all that. And it's all that. You understand? Look at this clown. When will we change? You sitting alone in McDonald's, what girl? First of all, your profile fake, dumbass, and I'm in a Burger King, stupid. And your girl just left. That's what. Get your dumb ass out of here. Fake profile, boy. You probably one of them 20-year-olds, one of them young Avatar. You probably want to be something else. Fake ass profile. Your life fake. I'm the one thing you see that's reality. That's why you keep watching me. You got a big poster of me in your basement. What do you do when the depression comes back? You gotta keep working out, man. Stop thinking about what's making you depressed. Are you clinically depressed, or what are you depressed about? Aaron Kovacs, what are you depressed about? Scram Jam. So you depressed about money? Just go make more money. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm finna get up out of here. Been on here an hour and 8. If you want to join my 8-week program, all you fake profile boys, you need to join my 8-week program so I can turn you into a man. You probably wouldn't complete it. You scared of it. You intimidated by my 8-week program. Because you know I'm no nonsense style. You know what the fuck it is. Go run to your mommy. Yeah, go run to your mother. Go on my website and buy something. The podcast from soul.bigcartel.com. Lady J, what up? Peace. Go get yourself a hoodie. My books are over there. Go buy my books. Sunday morning serenity in full effect. Post Vision, what up? Mr. D Gas, what's happening? Infinite G. Damon Clark, what up? Be a man. If you a man, then be a man. If you a man, then be a man. If you a woman, then be a woman and do what women do. A woman ain't supposed to be aggressive, out talk her man and all that. That ain't her role. Back in the day, you used to be able to slap a woman upside the head and get that, knock all that right out of her, put her in her place, but you can't do that no more because they put you in jail. So she thinks she's more than what she really is. She thinks she a dude now. Ladies got to self-regulate themselves and be what you're supposed to be. Stop trying to be something that you're not. And all you dudes, get away from your mother and become a real man and take care of yourself. Fred Richardson, no matter where I would be, it'd be finding something wrong with it. But these dudes, man, that's why their life ain't no good. I want to thank everybody that gave me super chat today. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to you, Chris 14. What up? Good luck in the army, man. Let's put that on 100, man. One more like and put us on triple digits, man. What's your opinion on Mexicans? I don't talk about Mexicans, stupid. What's my opinion on your fake profile? Is that you fake? That's my opinion. All right, 106. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on my Instagram too, man. Podcast with Soul. Let me get up out of here. Holler at y'all later. Peace.